We are in front of Cathedral de Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe, which means Our Lady of Guadalupe Cathedral. So you see that cathedral out there. We just came from there, and this is a historical area. It's a downtown area in Mexicali. So you see that cathedral right here. Look at the ambience. It's, as I said, it was made in the year 1940. Towards your right, you see Coca-Cola. Now, Coca-Cola, if you see, this used to be a Coca-Cola drive-thru long ago. So in the olden times, Coca-Cola used to have these drive-thrus where people used to drive cars and have Coca-Cola. You see the sign and all. It's a very old sign and all. So they have preserved heritage here. Okay, and let's go ahead. Let's talk more. I believe that's the Mexican police riding Policia. I don't know what it is. Okay, so this is a border town, and the border is right in front of you. That's the US border. You can see the wall, how high the wall is. Basically, this is a wall US built so that illegals cannot come inside US from Mexico. Illegals from any country that come to Mexico, they try to cross into US. So there was a wall that was built there. The border is so close.
We'll take the footpath.
So let's come to the footpath. So you see the footpath, you see the shops, you see the construction. It's a very, very old construction. I mean, they have preserved heritage here. We wanted to go to a historical place in Mexico, but unfortunately, those places are very far. So in case you're planning to go to an historical place, you need to plan everything ahead, because there are very few cities in Mexico that are as developed or as historical as they can be. Because, see, Mexicali is just a simple border town. I won't say it's highly developed, but it is still, I mean, I should say it's like the structures. Most of the buildings are 1990s, 1980s. Basically, that is how it works. We are approaching the border right now.
And so, Rochik, this was established in 1934. Used to be like a cinema, not cinema, but like back in those days, you used to have a theater, like what you have, like what you say, Broadwalk in New York. So it's like a theater.
Yeah. So this is a movie theater, a very old movie theater, 1934. That is the year it was established. Looks like a single screen. I don't think we can go inside and I can show you how it works. That is how theaters. I mean, we had such theaters during the British era as well.
In Delhi also.
Yeah, and even in Manali, I saw a theater like that. Like you're walking on the street and you find a theater. Single screen, very nostalgic.
The name itself is, that's the name.
We have a car coming.
So that's the name of the theater.
So, I don't know how to pronounce it. It says Teatro Lux 1934. I mean, that could be the year of construction. Teatro Lux. I mean, it looks like it's a theater. I mean, next time if I start going to a Latin American country for vacation, I would learn Spanish first. So pardon me right now. I don't know Spanish. So pardon my pronunciation. Anybody who's watching this, anybody who knows Spanish, I really should have learned Spanish before I came here. It's not a difficult language. It's a beautiful language, but yeah, you know what? Every language needs some practice, and obviously there are very few Spanish speakers in Canada. And I don't know very many Spanish speakers in Canada. That's why, see, I couldn't practice that language. I tried going to college for it, but didn't learn much. You only learn Spanish through immersion, or any language. You live here for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Within 6 months, you would be fluent in Spanish. At least you would be able to converse with people.
I think that's Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, I think that's Charlie Chaplin as well. So basically, that mirror behind compliments Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, face me, Richard.
Yeah. So that's the border.
Let's go towards the border.
Border?
Okay, wait. Quick question for you. So many people say that Mexico is not safe. We've been here for 5 days now, and we've traveled quite a lot. What do you think about? What does it say on the safety? Of
I mean, you know, I feel Mexico is more safe than most of the countries that we have been to. People are more courteous. Driving is very good. I enjoy driving in Mexico. You might feel there are no rules here, but the point is people are very courteous. Even when people are crossing the road, they are stopping by. I think Mexico...
What about hospitality?
Yeah, definitely. Hospitality is top notch here as well. You know, people are like, they're not asking for anything extra. They're not asking for tips, but they are providing excellent customer service. And that is how you compliment. I mean, that is how you, by being a good ambassador to a country, you treat tourists nicely. So if you misbehave with tourists or you are like rude to them or bad to them, that is where the problem lies. So any country that wants to welcome tourists or any country that sees people from some other country coming and visiting them should treat people courteously. And that includes racism as well. Honestly, there should be no racism, no discrimination anywhere. I mean, people who are watching this and people who have discriminated others in the past should learn a lesson from this. I think we should move.
Yeah.
I think we should cross the road and let's see what the border wall looks like.
So overall, you feel Mexico is safe?
Yeah, I think Mexico is very safe.
And yeah, there are a lot of cops and military movement around, right?
Yeah, basically it is citizen protection. I think...
You feel very protected?
Yeah, I think we should cross. People would stop for us. Let's see.
Go.
See, that's what I wanted to show. People are stopping when you're crossing the road. Extreme courtesy. Like, I don't see that happening anywhere else in the world. I see that happening here. So we are approaching the border wall. I'm going to show you how high is the border wall. So let's compare me, my standing height to the border wall, and let's see if I can actually scale the border wall.
What do you think about people who try to cross the border? Like climb the wall and go to the other side. And why would they want to do that?
I mean, this could have been possible earlier, but I don't think it's possible to scale that wall. I mean, you have to put something that can actually help them scale the wall. So behind me is the wall. And see how high the wall is. Beyond that wall is the American border. How do you cross the American border with such a high wall?
And why do you think people want to cross? Why do they want to go to United States?
I mean, for a better future, I believe. But what I'm wondering is, where does the US border start? This has to be on the US border. It cannot be on the no man's land. So where is the no man's land?
There's no man's land.
There's no man's land. No. But apparently, if you cross this, there is the wall. There is the border, right? That is the US territory.
Rochak, why is there a long queue here? Is that the international border?
Yeah, that seems to be international border, and these are lanes that are leading to the international border.
Yeah.
So people are just waiting for it. Maybe there is a police picket or a customs picket ahead, and they would check the IDs, then everybody would go. I don't know whether these cars are American cars.
Yeah, no, these cars are all waiting in line to cross the
But
border.
these are American cars, right?
Might be Mexican too, but they are waiting in line to cross the border. Do you want to go to the other side?
No.
Huh?
No, it's just because this is kind of busy and it's like a highway. I just wanted to see the wall, and we are seeing the wall right now.
Can you stand here so that we can see the height difference? Yeah, it doesn't look much on the video, but then it's pretty high.
It's pretty high. Look at the size of the wall and the cars.
What do you think is the height? 50 feet? 100?
Around 30-40 feet, if I'm not wrong.
Do you think it's electricated on the other side?
No, I don't think this could be electrocuted. Otherwise, there would have been warnings here. But there has to be... Okay, I also don't think like after scaling the wall, you can still enter. There's a fence beyond it as well.
That might be military base camp, you think?
Something like that. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's easy. I don't know how long this wall is. There might be some areas from where the wall can be accessed. It seems to be made of steel or iron or something.
I think it's iron. It's rusted.
It's rusting, so it could be iron. And yes, that's good. That could be law enforcement.
Look at the length. It's like it's beyond what your eyes can see.
Yeah.
Right?
I remember like when we were coming from Tijuana by bus, we saw this wall. At that time we thought like the wall is not that high, but now we see the wall is very high.
There's another historic center there.
इसको निकलना था. So that is a museum, right? Is a museum?
I think so. We'll find out. And this is basically downtown Mexicali. And Mexicali is the capital of Baja California.
One thing that's very common here, anywhere in Mexico, what we saw was pharmacies. The pharmacies are open 24 hours. And those pharmacies, I don't know whether there is a shortage of doctors here or, pharmacies, they can write a prescription. I don't know. But there are a lot of pharmacies here. So we can cross the road now. Let's see. So we have parked our car near the cathedral. Hopefully it's not a no parking zone. Hopefully it's not towed. I mean, we got a rental car to drive around Mexico. So hopefully that doesn't give us any problems.
Oh, and what do you have to say about the laid back lifestyle here?
Yeah, so apparently people start getting up at 12, I believe, and by 1 o'clock the establishments start opening. I mean, we went to a cafe after searching for so many cafes, and apparently all cafes were opening at 12. And we honestly didn't understand what the problem is, but then I think it's a South American style, or it could be a Spanish way of life as well, when people are very laid back, very chilled out, very patient. That is what I would say, which I don't see in North America. I don't see people being patient in North America. Out here, a lot of patience. I don't see people honking like crazy. I don't see people getting mad when you're trying to cross the road. I don't see people mad with anything. Everybody seems to be so polite. And the stereotype of Mexicans being criminals is wrong. I mean, Mexicans are extremely nice people. Extremely nice.
Plus, I mean, they start their day around noon, 1 o'clock, and then they're done by 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
Everything's closed.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. I don't see criminals here. I mean, there are criminals everywhere. And, there are good and bad people everywhere. But, in Mexico, whatever stereotypes people have actually raised are wrong. I mean, Mexicans, I have seen a lot of good behavior by them. They don't expect anything in return, and they are very good ambassadors to their country. I love Mexico, personally. We are going to another historical center. I'll show the center from outside. Let's see. Do we need to enter the center, or you can do it from outside?
From the outside, I think.
Let's see what the center says.
Right here. Here's the name.
Casa de la Cultura. I mean, it seems to be a school of culture.
Yeah.
It was opened in September 16, 1916 as an elementary and superior mixed school. Okay. It is the first official school in Mexicali. It was a state university rectory building too. I don't know what rectory means. And since 1974, it's called Casa de Cultura de Mexicali, House of Culture of Mexicali. So basically, this is a house of culture which started as a school. And look at the building. I think this is Spanish architecture.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be very nice. I mean, I'm imagining how life would have been without cars or less number of cars on the road. Everything seems to be very laid back, very beautiful.
I think there were probably bogies, no?
Yeah, probably horses, bogies, or probably, I don't know how old this cultural center actually is, but there could be a time when they were, those old cars, less number of cars on road, like not like crowded. And children were safe to cross the road and go inside the school and, no issues out here. So this seems to be...
I think they probably have like some shows or event or something like that.
Like a auditorium outside. There is...
What's the significance of that gentleman there?
Yeah, I cannot read completely. Let's see, what does it say?
Colonel
Yeah.
Esteban Cantu Ximenez.
Yeah, he seems to be a governor of some place. Yeah, so his bust is made very nice. I mean, his statue, I should say. It's made very nice. You can see his distinct feature. Looks like it's lifelike. Crafted very well.
So this is it. This is about the historical center. I mean, these buildings are like, gives you Connaught Place, Paharganj vibe, these buildings.
Yeah, could be like, it looks like, as I said, it looks like India, only it's less crowded and I think it's more clean.
And organized.
Yeah, more clean. Let's see, is there a park there?
Oh, and why do you have so many Chinese establishments here?
Yeah, apparently Chinese basically came long ago as immigrants, as, I don't know, Britishers bought them for work or what happened. Like, they have a rich culture here. They have been living in Mexicali since time immemorial, and apparently that's why we have a lot of Chinese places here. So, and I think they mix with the local population as well, because I see a lot of Mexicans that look Asian. So I'm not sure, I'm not qualified to answer this, but yeah, I think there seems to be a significance regarding this as well.
Do you want to go check the museum out?
Not really, I think it's closed.
It's open, but if you want to check it out. Otherwise, we can go somewhere else.
Yeah, no, don't feel like seeing the museum. Let's see if there is a park there. Okay, so this seems to be a park. Like, let's go sit inside the park. Let's see what kind of park is this. Okay, this seems to be a park, I think it's like Company Garden, that we have Company Garden in India, something like that. Company Garden is on a bigger scale, but I think there's something similar to it. People are sitting here. As I said, this is a border town, so basically transition is from here to US to Mexicali. I mean, inside Mexico. And as I said yesterday, we were stopped by the border control when we were coming from San Luis. They checked our passports and let us go. So basically, this was before Mexicali, so apparently they were checking our passports to ensure that we are not illegal citizens from some country that are coming inside or leaving. That is how it works. So let's see. Seems to be a palm tree. Is that a palm tree?
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be a palm tree. You can hear a lot of birds chirping. Let's see what is the significance of this park. I see some pillars here. Maybe there is something there. There's something written there that tells us better. about what is the significance of such a park here. Yeah, so I just see one, two, yeah, some pillars here. Yeah, written there. There's something written there. Let's see what it says. Yeah, it seems to be a park in the memory of the colonel whose statue we saw at the back. Somebody's trying to play soccer. Not much to see here. I think we can accept it. Yeah.